Okay,
Hey,
I
I
guess
guess
we
we
have
have.
enough people here. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for our webinar titled Getting Started with AI Backgrounds. If you've never heard of us before, we're Linearity. And before I talk a bit more about us, I want to give a bit of an outline what we're going to discuss today and what the plan is for this webinar. So first of all, we'll get started. As I just mentioned, we'll explain a bit more who we are, what Linearity does. Um, then I'll give you a bit of a rundown into AI backgrounds. What is this feature? Why did we launch it? That will then be followed by a hands-on. Yash will show you around, explain the feature to you, show you how you can use it. And then obviously throughout the entire time, you can use the Q&A feature within Zoom to ask questions. We will answer those either as they go on in the Q&A feature or um, after our presentation, we will also answer some questions. So let's get started. Who are we? My name's Sam. I'm a product lead here at Linearity. I have worked a lot with the team that has developed AI backgrounds. So I hope I can give you a good overview of over what the feature is and why we developed it. I've been with Linearity for 3 years, and we also have Yash here. He's one of our product designers. He also worked a lot on the AI backgrounds feature, so he can tell you a lot about how it came to be, why we created it, and he will also be the one that shows you how you can get the most out of AI backgrounds. And then we also have Nadia here from our customer success team. If you ever interacted with our support, Nadia was probably the person you've been in touch with. She's here to answer questions in the Q&A. Um, and yeah, this is the team that will lead you through this webinar here today. For those of you who don't know us yet, we're Linearity. We create marketing design software. We have two products, Linearity Move, which is an animation and motion tool. We also host webinars for Linearity Move, but today we're focusing on Linearity Curve, our graphic design app. You can use it on iPhone, iPad, and Mac. It's full featured. It has basics like pen tool, brush tool, shape builder to create nice illustrations or marketing animations, but it also has advanced features like auto trace, background removal, and AI backgrounds. And if I say AI backgrounds, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, if you've ever tried to replace the background of an existing image, you will know that this can be quite hard. The old way was creating an image or finding an image that you wanted to use, and then you would start to manually trace parts around the object that you try to remove from the background, and then you would create a new back or insert a new background that you find somewhere else in the back. But sometimes shadows or perspective, these sorts of things don't work out. And users have been telling us that when they try to create either listings for e-commerce or um, illustrations or other personal art projects, that this is something that they struggled with a lot. And so we figured out a way to make this whole experience a bit more seamless and more magical. And it used to be hard, but not anymore because now AI backgrounds is your friend. So what does it do? Pretty easy. It allows you to replace backgrounds uh, pretty easily. You can use them for stunning artworks, for marketing graphics, posters, all sorts of things. And it's other than other AI tools, it's actually really easy to use. The way we designed it is you can choose from one of over 100 background styles that we define for you. You don't need to have any sort of experience with prompting or how to create AI generated images. You can just import your images into Linearity Curve and then, choose from styles like textures, nature, landscapes, fabric, or even more abstract artistic styles. And yeah, as I said, no prompting needed, which is something that makes it very easy to use. But for those that are a bit more experienced with AI tools and AI generated images, you can also create custom images yourself. So within the feature, you can switch over to custom, input your own prompt, explain more of what it is that your background should be like. You can even add a reference image. So if you have something that you find on the internet, for example, where you say this is kind of the look or vibe that I'm going for, you can just paste that in here as well. And our AI backgrounds feature will do the rest. And AI backgrounds are really great for multiple applications. So I love to showcase it for e-commerce, and this is something that Yash will also show you later. If you ever want to sell products or put products online, this is a great way to skip the step of hiring a photo studio, photographers, all these hurdles that are in the way to actually creating a listing on an online platform. It's obviously also great for digital art, any sort of self-expression, marketing assets. Yash will also show you a cool example for a magazine later, and then obviously also personal projects. And it's great for designers and marketers alike. And whenever we talk about AI features, the number one question that we always get is, do you use my data to train these things? Am I not owner of my data anymore? And something that is very important to us is we don't train on your data unless we ask you and you say, yes, I would love to have my data be part of your training. If you say no, don't worry, we're not using your data to train. And this only works, we only train on your data, again, if in the application, if you use any of our AI features, we show you a dialogue and ask you, are you fine with us training on your data? If you say no, we don't touch it. If you say yes, good, then we can improve the models that make features like this one work. But now I spoke a lot about the use cases and what AI backgrounds does. And I think it's best if you just see it in action. And for that, I will hand it over to Yash.
Yeah, thanks, Sam, for the great intro. I would love to demo AI backgrounds for you, and for that, I will start sharing my screen. Yeah, so when you open Linearity Curve and you go over the step of like creating a file, I have already found an image that I want to use for AI backgrounds. Let's say you have that. When you select means, let's imagine AI backgrounds didn't exist. Like, how would I normally go about that? Would be probably that I would pick up my pen tool and then start tracing it, as Sam sort of showed. But as you will realize that there are these small details that I would like to capture, and to capture all of those details, it becomes very tedious, very quick. And I can like, unless I have like thousands of hours that I can spend on creating something like that, I can actually you know, create paths to create a mask. And for that, it would work something like this. Like I would probably create a fill, um, it's just my zoom tool, and create a mask out of it here. But as you can see, like now I have to create another mask, like that is for the negative space, and all these details are not covered. I can I can, continue to spend my time on this tedious process, or I can make use of something like AI backgrounds, for which I will select this image, and I will, for demoing purposes, I will just paste it. And when you select the image, in the inspector, you will find the AI backgrounds under the image section, and you click on AI background. So we have a library of preset styles that you can actually pick from. So you can go from something very minimalist looking thing. And then if you go into that style, there are multiple variants of the minimal visual outlook that you might be aiming for. So probably I will just pick something more colorful so that there is some contrast in the background. And what it will do is it will take the subject, that is the content of your image, and it will try to create something with that context. And as you can see, some of these are quite colorful, as I was going for in one of in the preset, and it and if you notice, like it also keeps the context aware. Like there is this shadow that is getting generated. There is some glow outside of the bag, and so on. So if I am happy with any of these results, like I have some variety to pick from, I can just click on done, and then continue, or I can just go back and leave this, and then pick a completely different style that probably is, maybe I can go ahead with, I can choose from something that is going to be very abstract, or I can choose a lot of textures. I can also go and pick like different kind of backgrounds, like there are natural, like with plants, or nature based, and so on. So I can generate a lot of variations very quick. For now, since like it's a blue bag and it's a blue background, it's becoming a little too monotonous for me. So I'll probably look around and find maybe something like textures. I saw this one previously, and then black will sort of create a more contrasting outlook. So like and with that, what it will do is, again, like go into isolating that object and then create a background. And as you will see here, if I select like it's still generating, like, but I can already see that some of these results are something that could be used very easily without me having to make many changes to the images. So I can probably click on this, and as you can see, like there is this I'm really liking the shadow of this one, because it looks, yeah, I think this one is better than this one. So again, like it is sort of my companion in giving me options, and then I have the total creative control of picking what I actually like, and then I can continue from there. So once I am happy with that image, I can click on done, and what it will do is it will generate a high resolution image of the option that I had selected, and then I can continue to use this image wherever I want to go. So that was one example. Let's take a different examples. Like maybe you might be wondering, like, okay, like drawing a mask for this kind of a bag is not that much of a deal, and Yash is probably making it too overhyped. But let's take a trickier example where we are dealing with a lot of hair. And what happens with the hair is, like, there are all these smaller artifacts that, for me at least, it's impossible to capture. But AI backgrounds actually is pretty smart at doing so. So I can go to AI backgrounds. Like previously, we saw that there are these presets that I can use for creating the backgrounds. But if you switch to custom, then you have an open text field where you can actually enter whatever the background that you're looking for. So probably I'll pick a portrait of a human um, in a sunny day, lots of light, maybe make it ambient. So I can actually configure like what I'm actually looking for and be a little more precise. So it can be maybe 4K professional photo shoot, professional photo. And again, like just to be quick, I'm just keeping it short. You can go as long as you want. And again, like it will now try to understand in context of what you actually meant by that text, and then create the image from image background with that. So as you can see, I can already see that yeah, the background has much more light than my source, or like the image that I'm using over here. And I can actually means it, and I also see a lot of sun rays here. That's exactly what I was looking for. And if it happens that probably like this image is there's not enough sun in this one, so I can go back and start generating again. But for me, means for the demo purposes, I'm happy with this, so I will just stop here, generate this one, and again, like as I mentioned before, it will try to upscale it so that I can use it. And since I'm happy with this, I will just copy this image and Yeah, I have my like I can see like I have the sort of image of my Instagram page, so I can paste it over here and see how it will look over there. Just as a sort of preview, like I don't have to do this, but it gives me a little more confident in um, just picturing like how that image is going to look like. So I can put it in context and make use of the other creative tools in Curve to basically come to my creative that I'm looking to create, right? So that's two ways of creating. Like you can use the, as I mentioned before, you can use the presets, or you can also use the custom text or prompts for creating AI backgrounds. So yeah, that's one way. I would go now to a different example, and for that, I will go to my home files and create a different project file that I was previously working on. So I'm working on a movie poster, and imagine the movie is sort of about me and my relationship with a car, and I just want to sort of create a visual to tell that story. I have recorded the movie already, but now I want to publicize it, right? So I have sort of like created a layout, like where the text is going to go, where my car is going to be, but the mood is not there. Like that's not what I want. I probably want to make it more dramatic. I wanted to probably have a setting in New York. So for that, what I can do is I can again like select my image and go to my custom prompt and start typing. Like I can actually, if I had the budget, I could actually plan with like a team of 10 people going to New York and doing an actual photo shoot. But for now, let's skip that and try to actually visualize it here itself. So I would type the prompt over here, maybe Porsche, if I, yeah, a blue Porsche. Maybe I want it in middle, if I could type correctly, in middle of New York city on, and maybe I want the road to be a little more dramatic. So on an asphalt road, lots of drama. What else? What else can we have? Maybe a lot of neon lights. Um, and yeah, we can again like mention like I want maybe 4K, photorealistic, and again like I can go on to, if I could spell again, yeah, I can go on to improve my prompt or through a course of iterations. But since it's quick, we can do it very quickly. So I will just click on generate over here like I did before. And again, AI backgrounds will do the magic of finding the scene that you are looking for, like generating the scene that you're looking for, and yeah, and put your subject in the background. And notice like in the text prompt, I mentioned that the Porsche is my main subject, right? So that actually helps the AI understand what actually you're looking for and then plays the background over there. So it's actually like trying to understand pretty nicely. Like as we can see, there's the asphalt road. And if we zoom in, like there's the lights. There is, I can see the shadows of the tires. So it can get very like it is trying to capture a lot of details, which I'm quite happy with. There is the New York City skyline close to. So I am quite happy with this kind. Actually, this one seems a little bit better because, or yeah, maybe this is too bright. I'm happy with this one, so I can again like go back and generate. If I want nighttime, daytime, I could have added that to the prompt. And yeah, I can continue to do that. And once I have that, I can again like probably add overlay here on my image to again like continue to build on to the artifact that AI has helped me generate. So it's not the end of the world, right? Like now I have the creative control. I can probably make like two overlays here. and make it like here, and then put it down so that my text is also more clearly visible. And again, like I can iterate on the image. So the thing is, I could have gone to the New York City. It would have taken me a week to do this photo shoot, but now I can do this here. So it opens a new world of opportunities. Now, instead of creating just one version, I can create more version and see for me how would actually feel or be able to tell my story much more clearly based upon that creative control. So let's say I'm I'm sort of bored of New York City now. I want sun. I want maybe a in a green field and just enjoying the calm and peace over there. So I can just go to my friend that is AI backgrounds, and then I can write a new prompt to just imagine how that picture would look like. And I can, yeah, I will just start writing a blue Porsche, Porsche, a blue Porsche that is placed in middle of a green field, sunny day. Um, what else we can have? Like maybe again, like we can make it a little bit moody, not muddy. Then we can have maybe Instagram like photo shoot. Yeah. So one thing I would like to mention, now we have seen the power of text prompts. So you can be like very comprehensive in the text that you are trying to enter. But if you're more of a visual person who like depends upon expressing their feelings by, referencing images. So I have collected some previous references. So you can actually just drag and drop the reference image with a simple text prompt. And what it will do is now it will try to take the context of the image as well as the text. And of course, the image that is I'm trying to add the background to, and it will try to merge the three contexts, and it will create the background for me. So I'm seeing results over here. Like it is actually now it's a sunny day. My car is in a much nicer, brighter background. I'm seeing like again like going back to the details of the shadows, because that's I'm always amazed with. I can again like go through different variants over here. This seems nice. Like it seems like the car is parked in a space that I would like to chill. So I would just select this and again like it will go and upscale the image, for which yeah, I can wait for a bit. And again like I have my like it's a completely different story probably, or maybe it could be just a different act of the same story. So I can again like pick my text elements and continue to edit them. So I w- let's do it one more time, maybe because because it's powerful, quick. So let's do it. And for that I have sort of I was experimenting before this. So I have a prompt ready, and just to save some time, I will copy paste that from here. And what we are looking for is something more detailed. Like here, if you see why I've written this prompt is basically because it's much lengthier. Like I could sit down and actually think of all the details I want it to be. So I want it to be moody, cinematic, foggy, and like high budget and so on. But so that is something I can do in a more relaxed state. That's why I've like pre-written it. And I also found an image that actually resembles the kind of background that I'm looking for. So again, I will just select the image and create the background. Again, it's going to do the same magic as I've previously described, and it will put the subject on the kind of background that I was looking for. So as you can see here, like it creates that foggy environment, like it's a completely different weather, like weather sometimes out of my control, but here I have control. So I can actually make use of this to express what I'm actually looking for without externally depending upon, other factors that might be out of my control. Yeah, so here I can see like, yeah, of course, like since it's iterative development, since this version doesn't look right to my eye, so I'll straight away discard it. But this version looks okay, or I can just go back and again like tune my prompt to get, or like find a better reference image that can work better with this subject. And I'll click on done. And yeah, and again like it will go to upscale, and yeah, this is something very different from the first two images that we have created. So again, like we can continue to explore the spectrum of emotions that we want the viewer to see when they actually come across this poster, or it could be part of the magazine or wherever we want to put them. But again, like now I have more more control over the story rather than getting lost in the details of how to get there. So yeah, I'll stop here. Like we can create like 100 more iterations, but for the sake of time, I'll stop on this one. I have one more thing that I was actually trying on. That would be, I have this little toy that I 3D printed, and I'm looking to sell this. So I have my iPad over here as well. For that, I will share my iPad screen, and let's work on this together probably. Like you can put something in the chat, also like if you can, that what kind of background would be nice for this. And I will share my iPad screen so that we can actually take a picture of this here. Yeah, I hope you can see this. Sam, can you confirm if you can see this?
Yeah, definitely. I can see it. Looks good.
Okay, cool. So I will take like a picture, like it's a tiny 3D model that is a holder for my watch. And I will take a picture, maybe a little closer here. I'm just looking for the right angle. That might be a good one. For now, I'll just share copy photo. And I will come back to my desktop screen. Mm, Here, can you see my desktop again?
Yes, looks good.
Okay, so yeah, let's probably create a new file, and for that I'll just pick a pre set of resolution that is Instagrammable, and I'll paste my image over here, zoom onto the image, and so I have what I'm looking for. So yeah, we can Sam, do you have any suggestions, like what would we like to have the background for this one?
So I saw that Steven on the chat mentioned he wants to see a 1980s retro background. Maybe we could do something. What is 80s? Maybe like a computer lab or like a server. Maybe that's a bit early for the 80s, but
Okay.
or like neon lights maybe in the background, something like that.
Okay, a desktop computer with, mm, let's probably say 1980s, in 1980s, with neon, yeah, I mean neon signs could be good, neon signs in the background.
Yes.
Um,
Could you reshare your screen? It seems like Zoom is not helping us out right now.
okay. Now?
Yes, better.
Okay,
Thank you.
got it. Yeah. So yeah, if you missed it, like I have just created a new file and added the picture that I had captured on my iPad. And yeah, did the same thing of like going into the AI background mode and typing my text. So a desktop computer in 1980s with neon signs in the background. Um, maybe detailed professional photo that is photorealistic. Photo
This will be
realistic.
interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. I'm not I am very curious to see what it will generate because yeah, it's sort of like a surprise, right? You don't know.
We are mixing a lot of different things together,
Yeah,
so let's see what happens.
I think it got a lot of like computers, and yeah, there are a lot of neon signs for sure. Probably it will work better if I have like a reference image. Or I can go back, like as I mentioned, like a desktop computer. Maybe I can refine it on a desk, on a clean desk, with neon signs in the background. Yeah, probably let's refine it because that's the fun of iteration, right? Like now I can be much faster in actually means dictating like what I'm actually
Zoom,
looking for.
sorry, Yash,
Um,
do you mind resharing again? Zoom is playing some games with us today.
okay. I'll probably stop sharing and then share again.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And
So
thanks to everyone
here,
in the chat who confirmed that for us.
yeah, now.
Looks great. Keep going.
Okay, got it. So desktop computer on a clean desk with neon lights. Maybe, yeah, professional photo, photorealistic for Instagram, for Instagram. Instagram. Maybe like let's see. Again, like I think for me, it works best when I actually find the reference image that I'm looking for that is usually available on like I can go to Unsplash. Like there are a lot of like free legit copyrighted images that you can actually use as background. So oh, this one is fun. It actually tries to place the computer itself in a setting, and this is next to a computer. So yeah, I can use any of these. Or I can again like go back to using a reference image. And for that, I will do on like on a green grass field, because I have a reference image that I know that it might fit better over here. For a realistic for Instagram. For that, yeah, for now, let's leave it at this. I will select the image here and I will click on generate. Yeah, and the reason I'm doing this is because like I want like I have a rough idea of how or where I want to place this. So I know the green like the green background would fit a little bit better. So yeah, I could have gone outside and found the green background, but this is much faster. So I will just yeah, do this. And also since I was mentioning, I will open up the yeah, this one is pretty nice. Like it has the shadows over here. Uh this is more realistic shadows. And no, actually, I like this shadow. So I will just keep this one here and open where I was mentioning that I know where I want to use this. So I'll go back to my home screen. Um, and on the here, like I probably want to create like a poster so that I can sell it. So I will just copy this image and see how it will look on Facebook Marketplace. And the thing is, if you look at other images on the marketplace, they are like you can make out like how much effort people have put into creating those image. So it could be our chance to just stand out by creating something a little more custom, so that it catches the eye, and then you are able to make sales like in higher volume, and much faster. So as you can see, like ours sort of stands out from the rest of the images. It's more curated, like it just makes everything looks better visually. And again, like I can also create like poster for this and place it in this background. Like I can go into the crop mode, that is by double clicking on an image, and then define the resolution that I'm looking for, and then place it. So yeah, again, as I mentioned, like design, as I see it personally, like it's very iterative. So you just have to start somewhere, and then you tweak it until you like that you until you get somewhere that you really really like. And also like it's just a tool in the end. Like AI backgrounds like is to empower designers like me to tell our stories, like as going back to the example of the movie that I mentioned. It's um it's just enabling me to express myself much more faster. So that's why I love this. And I think for today, like and that would be the end of the demo. I'm very happy to hear if you have any questions. I'm sure like Sam and Nadia would have been helping you throughout, but yeah, if anything that we need help with live, happy to answer. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Yash. That was an amazing demo, and I think you did a really good job of showcasing, the power of AI backgrounds, the different ways you can use the feature. Um, I've seen a lot of things already done by users that have blown me away. And yeah, we have some questions. I saw Nadia already answered some of them, but I want to go a bit more in depth on some of them. So Dominique Diego, I hope I pronounced that name right, asked, will Linearity ever make unlimited prompts available? The answer to that is we are looking into how we can increase limits. Can't promise anything right now, but we are looking for ways to make it happen. Yeah. And then there is another question, does AI backgrounds only work with internet connectivity? The answer to that is also yes. The reason for that is the model or the machine learning model that drives or the technology that drives this feature is very resource and power intensive. And if you would try to do it on your local machine, first of all, Linearity Curve as an app, if you want to download it, it would become really, really, really big. And second of all, it would require a lot of processing power on your device. And because of that, we actually process the image for you on our servers and then send it back to you. As you can see, it's pretty easy to use, and it doesn't really make a difference in the way you use the feature within the app. But yes, as of right now, it's required that you have an internet connection. If in the future, these models improve, become smaller, get or computers get more powerful to create these images, we will see if we can move these things back onto device. Yash already mentioned our feature background removal, which basically just removes the background without creating a new one. That one, for example, runs locally, but generating new images is pretty intense. Then what other questions do we have? Will Linearity be doing more of these webinars for this feature? Potentially, yeah. I mean, we always chat with the community and try to understand, what kind of webinars do you like to see? So if you have any sort of feedback or would like to learn, hey, how can I use AI backgrounds for the specific feature? Let us know, and then we can either, make a tutorial on our Linearity Academy webpage, on our YouTube channel, our social channels, or even a webinar. There are lots of options for that. Yes, and I'm just checking if there are any more questions right now. 50 submissions per month. Yes, correct. Right now, if you are on Linearity Starter, you have a limited amount of generations to try to feature. And if you upgrade to Linearity Pro, you get a monthly renewing limit of 50 images. As I mentioned, we are looking into raising this limit. Yes. Is prompting with AI included on the monthly subscription fee? Yes, correct. So if you have Linearity Pro, you have the 50 images per month, or 50 generations per month. And as you see, whenever you generate one prompt or one image, it actually creates 4 images to choose from. So total technically 200, but it's 50 times you can basically submit a prompt. I see one question. Are there any ways to stay in touch with the Linearity community? Yes, I will get to that. Right after this, we actually have a Slack community. I will share the link for that in a moment. One other question, will this feature be available in Move at any point? That's a good question. Right now, it is not available in Move. You are obviously able to create images in Curve and then just open Move. Move is included if you have a Linearity account, you can already use Linearity Move. You don't need to get another subscription. Obviously, any assets you create in Curve are available in Move as well. So you can generate images in Curve and then open this file in Move and start animating it. That's a very cool question. Obviously, for social media, this would be nice. If we bring it into Move, who knows? We have a feedback page for Linearity Move, and I will be willing, or I will take this feedback back to the team as well, and we can see it. But obviously, we can't promise anything right now. Okay. Do we have another question? I saw, yeah, one more, and actually, it's pretty funny that this question is asked. One question was, am I able to choose freely what parts of the artboard should get the new background? And this is actually something I want to give you a super sneak peek or a short preview for. So as Yash showed right now, when you have an image and you create an AI background, the background will just be generated for the frame of this image. And obviously sometimes your artboard is bigger than the image. For that, we are working on changing the AI backgrounds canvas. So the idea is that you can freely move around which part of the canvas should get the new background that you generate with AI backgrounds. And we do hope that that makes it a bit easier as well. Again, we are constantly iterating on this feature. So if you have any ideas or wishes or questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can either join our Slack community. You can just scan the QR code right now and join our Slack community. There we always also announce features that are joining soon or coming soon to Linearity Curve or Linearity Move. You can share your work. You can get in contact with other Linearity users, ask questions. Our support team is there. Our product team is there. I will be there. So if you have feedback, we're happy to hear from that there. And yeah, obviously you will stay up to date on everything Linearity. I will leave the slide up here for a few more moments. So if you're interested in joining the Slack community, obviously feel free to join here. Cool. All right. If there are no more questions, this will already be the end of our webinar. Again, I will leave the slide up here for you to join our Slack. And then, yeah, want to say thanks to all of you for joining. Want to say thanks to our Linearity ambassadors who've been here and commenting in the chat. Thanks to Yash for this great extensive demo, and thank you to Nadia for all the customer success support query, answering all the questions, action. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.